Hello, welcome to the Sunnydale Diaries, a podcast where I, Sean,
And I'm Melanie.
watch and discuss every episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and how the themes of those episodes impact our lives. Today we are going to be talking about Season 4, Episode 8, Pangs. If you are new to the podcast, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, I love Buffy. Have watched it since it originally aired in the 90s.
Yeah, I did not watch it. This is all new territory.
This is the first time you're experiencing this piece of TV history.
Cinematic genius.
Mhm.
Yes.
Known as Pangs. If you like what or hear, please leave us a review on your platform of choice. If you're listening on Audible, we really haven't had any Audible reviews yet. So
Oh, we're on Audible?
we are everywhere you get your podcasts.
Wow.
Come on.
I just thought that was a saying.
No.
Wow, you guys.
Yeah, it really is
All
in a lot
right.
of places. We have a comment from Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Sam started listening, I think, last week.
Phew, Sam is committed.
Sam has been dropping comments on our episodes on Spotify, has worked their way through all 63
Holy moly.
episodes.
That's a lot of Sean and Melanie.
That is. In a short amount of time. So
Overload.
Last comment that we got from Sam was sad face. Now I'm all caught up with your podcast and have to actually wait for the next one.
Oh.
I will say, I know I texted you this, but I did find a way to speed up the editing of
You did tell me that.
Of the podcast episode. So perhaps once we get through season 4, we can go back to weekly.
Oh, okay. All right.
Perhaps.
So when you're listening to the edit now, is it faster? Like we sound faster?
When I'm editing,
Yeah.
yes. But for everybody else, it's released normal.
Yeah.
So we sound
Okay.
chipmunky.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Do you listen to your podcasts at like a regular speed or
I do.
my husband listens at like 2 or 2.5 times
No.
speed or something crazy like that.
I couldn't. It would
He
drive me
listens to a lot of
crazy.
podcasts, so he's got to do it that way, I think. But I don't know how he's got a bigger brain than me.
I noticed the app that I use for audiobooks, I could increase the speed, and I have moved up to like 1.2
Yeah.
times. But anything, it just sounds off, and then it's
I think
jarring.
you get used to it though.
Yeah.
And then when you listen to it regular, it's like you're slogging through mud.
when I listen to like recorded meetings from work,
Yeah.
because I like to listen to it again to catch up on my notes, I put it on 2 times speed.
Yeah.
So I'm just used to that way. But it's like me, so it's okay. But like podcast audiobooks, I can't do it.
When I used to have one of my first secretarial jobs, I had to do dictation from a recording. Like this is a long time ago. And
do you have like the foot pedals?
Yeah, with the foot pedals, and so you rewind, but I'd have to listen to it at like half speed. I mean, I'm a good typist. I could type really fast, but yeah, that was tough. So anyway, Sam, welcome and
thanks. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. So Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, Thanksgivings.
I think it's my favorite holiday. I love Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're a cook person. You're a food preparing person and a good host, so I can see that.
We've done Thanksgiving together a few times.
Yeah.
Always gone well.
Always nice. Would you say a chosen family Thanksgiving is more enjoyable than a blood relative family?
Yes.
Do you?
And like we do Thanksgivings together as a family, like blood family, probably like every 3 years.
Yeah.
And that's always been fine.
Is there drama? Have you had a dramatic family?
We've had incidents happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. One year, our septic tank overflowed out onto the lawn on Thanksgiving.
No.
Yeah. One year, my dad dropped the chocolate cream pie on the dining room chair, and he's like, "I don't know what happened. It's here, and then it's on the floor," and he'll just bring it up randomly. So like little things, but no like major like huge fights on Thanksgiving.
No plate glass moments.
No. We moved into this house in 2021 in end of August, beginning of September. and we invited my family for Thanksgiving, which was
Yes.
only like 2.5 months later, which maybe we weren't ready for that. But everybody showed up. So it was my dad, my stepmom, my niece, my brother-in-law, and my sister. And then me and Mike and all the dogs and Max.
Mm-hmm.
Max was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a little too much for my husband.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and everybody arrived at once. So he always says it's like that scene in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation where everybody's there.
Yeah.
And then while I was cooking, everybody just, because I have the bar in my kitchen, everybody was there and just like watching me.
Yeah.
And then a glass platter broke, and Mike immediately wants to clean it up. He yelled at my stepmother.
Was there a camera to like zoom in on you as you were quietly freaking out?
I did a lot of like, I'm going for a walk kind of a thing. So that was a little much, but thankfully nothing huge.
I don't think growing up we ever had a real like dramatic. I can remember going to my father's mother's house, and all the aunts and uncles and cousins were there. It was a big thing. She started cooking at 5 a.m, and we'd eat, and then all the kids would go play. The women would clean up, and the men would go take a nap on the floor in front of the TV. But I don't remember there ever being that kind of drama, like something catching on fire or something. I know later when I was in college, the year I lived in California, we went to my uncle's for Thanksgiving. My mom had come to visit. I think one of my cousins was there, my crushy grandmother that you knew. And I think there was some of that. I'm going to go for a walk. There was a lot of walks with the cousin. That's just typical family stuff, though.
Yeah.
Nothing Buffy equivalent.
Was there ever any like meal cooking disasters?
For the holiday? No, I don't think so. Like we had to get pizza or something because the turkey. Surely, I'm gonna have to ask my mom. Surely there was something. I don't remember, but yeah, like we forgot to take out the. I think that happened once. Somebody forgot to take out the plastic bag of.
I did that.
You did that?
Yes.
Giblets and stuff.
And Mike noticed it while he's carving the turkey.
Oh no!
Yeah. And he like pulled. He's like, throw it away. And that was it. That was gone. It wasn't when you were here.
All right, good to know.
Once I was at my friend Marge's house, and we were doing like a friend's Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving, and I was pulling the turkey pan out, and it was one of those like aluminum metal like throwaway ones.
Yeah.
And I was pulling it out, it collapsed in the middle, and she had a gas oven, and flames started
Oh
shooting out.
no!
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Was the turkey okay?
Turkey was fine.
Oh, turkey man, were you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we both are okay. That was pretty scary. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have a favorite Thanksgiving food?
I'm very traditional with my Thanksgiving meal. I think we do the same exact dishes every year. It's very boring. I do enjoy a good turkey dinner. Yeah, the most creative we get is like we put apples in the stuffing.
Okay.
But I would say lately, in the last since my mom used to live in Micanopy, and they used to have the fall festival, and I discovered the joys of sweet potato pie. Ooh, I love sweet potato pie. Stuff. Man, this guy at that fair, that art as a craft show, there was a church there, and they had a booth, and they would make like tiny like individual pies. And the first year I got one. I think the next year I might have got a couple. And then by the time I moved away from there, I was like, how many you got? How many you got? I'll bring them home, freeze them. I have to bring some for this guy. I got to bring some for these people. Oh, they were so good.
Very, very
sweet
good.
Sweet potato pie is really yummy. Are you sweet potato or a pumpkin pie person? Neither.
I love those little sweet potatoes, but Thanksgiving I do like a pumpkin pie. I would eat a sweet potato pie if it was there, but I love a good pumpkin pie.
All right.
No, I want pumpkin pie.
With a lot of whipped cream on it. Oh, yes. You got to put the whipped cream. When I was young in New England, we would make, my mom would make squash pie. That was the thing up there. It was like a butternut squash riff on the pumpkin, but it was a little different taste. But that's what I remember liking that.
Yeah. All right.
Not so much about pumpkin pie.
Hmm.
I'm more about it as a conveyance for the whipped cream.
Yeah. It's grown on me. Like that kind of stuff as a kid. would not touch it.
No.
Thanksgiving was, for me, it was the turkey leg,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wonder brown and served dinner roll,
Oh yeah.
mashed potatoes, and I wouldn't eat anything else.
Gravy?
No.
No
Now. Give me
Yeah,
the
no, but
gravy.
when you were
Well,
little, you
oh
were a
no,
picky eater.
I was. Yeah.
A cranberry sauce?
Oh God.
All right,
no.
let's
That
go.
was
Another
scary.
polarizing debate: canned or homemade. No, canned jellied or canned whole berry.
So I understand why people like the
I already
canned,
don't like your answer.
the canned
Your
jellied.
answer's wrong.
It's cool. You can slice it.
Uh-huh.
But as someone who likes to cook, I would prefer the homemade.
I do enjoy the homemade, but I have to have both
Yeah.
because tradition.
I don't think I've ever actually had it. The jellied.
The canned jellied?
No. I'm sure I would like it because it's like Jello, and it's cranberry.
It's a different texture than Jello.
Okay.
But yeah, that's good stuff.
But yeah, the recipe that I make is so easy. Like it's 10
Yes.
minutes.
Yeah.
But I can understand the appeal, but it's not for me.
You guys, we're gonna put out some polls.
Yes.
About this because this is important and this is how we screen our listeners.
See, they're allowed.
We get Spotify gives us not only like the countries that everybody's from. We're gonna narrow it down by their condiment types.
But now, do you think anybody actually likes the whole berry in the can?
I'm sure, okay. But only because they grew up eating it.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna have whole berry, why wouldn't you just have the homemade?
Yeah.
With some orange in it.
That's what I do in my little orange
zest. I think I got your recipe. I got your recipe, baby.
Yeah, baby. We always did the same stuffing recipe every year growing up, and it's basic. It's like sausage, onion, celery, bread.
Like from scratch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Judgmental.
I asked my cousins once, like, would you ever do it with like the cubes that they sell? And the look they gave me. We
always did a Pepperidge Farm bag, but this past year I bought the Kinder's brand at Walmart, and it was, we doctored it, but it was delicious. It was really good. So
the first year that I did Thanksgiving as an adult, it was me, my sister, brother-in-law, and my dad, my stepmother. And so I wanted to make that stuffing recipe because that's my family stuffing recipe. Yeah. And the way that it involves stale bread, and when my mom did it, and I'm sure because my grandmother did it this way, was she would leave the bread out overnight to stale. Okay. And then when ready to put it in this, she would put it in like a bowl of water, get it wet, wring it out, and then tear it into pieces. I don't do it that way. Okay. Because why do you stale it to then wet it, especially with water? So I've tweaked it since. Well,
can I give you my opinion?
Sure.
Because I've seen reels about this. Okay. When you have bread that goes stale, like a baguette or something, you get it really wet, and then you put it in the oven, heat it, and it brings it back to have the crunchy outside and the soft inside. Oh. So it's stale, but you still want a little bit of chew to it.
Right. Okay.
So maybe that's why.
Okay. So I do it differently now. Yeah. But so that first year when I made it, I remember I let the bread stale, dipped it in the water, forgot to wring it out.
Oh no!
So it was very.
It was soupy stuff.
It was moist. It was very moist. And then one year, my dad was on prednisone.
Yeah.
For I don't know, something where he had swelling, I guess. And prednisone can mess you up. It affect your mood and
ulcers.
Yeah. And we're all done eating, and everybody's talking about the food. It was so good. And he looks at me and goes, "Turkey was a little dry." Oh. Now, my father does not ever say anything bad to me or my sister. Yeah. I don't think I really cared, but like the next day or a couple of days later, he calls you up and he's so apologetic. Aww. It was the prednisone. Aww. So now, like every time we're together, we bring it up. Like, hey, remember when you said my turkey was dry?
I just thought of a story. When you guys, you're so lucky. I just thought of this story. It was Thanksgiving. I was hosting at my little house in Micanopy, tiny little town. I had a little cottage, and my mom and my brother were going to come up. And my mom, that was when my mom was moving up from South Florida, and she was going to come live with me for a little while. And so she had her whole life in this U-Haul, and they were driving the U-Haul up. So I was spending the day cooking and making everything, and I had it all ready to go. And I get a call from them. And they're like, we're somewhere near Orlando which is a couple hours away, and we're not gonna make it. I'm like, what? Like I have everything pretty much warming in the oven. What are you talking about? One of them, when they were at the gas station, they put the wrong kind of gas in the U-Haul. Like they put in diesel when it wasn't supposed to be diesel, or vice versa.
Oh no. Oh.
So they were stranded. I was so sad. My first hosting of Thanksgiving.
Did you have it the next day at least? Or
Yeah.
something?
When they
Okay.
finally showed up, we just reheated everything up. But
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
I know.
Wow.
I know. Are you ready for us to talk about this episode?
Let's get into Pangs.
Oh boy. All right. It's a Thanksgiving episode and we got props. Oh yeah.
I love next day delivery.
I
I love how the legs wiggle. So I looked.
A turkey hat wiggles.
It rolls.
It rolls.
Cranberry sauce will jiggle jiggle.
Oh my god.
All right, so I looked. This aired November 23rd, 1999.
Yes.
So right in time for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It would have aired on a Tuesday, not on a Thursday.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because Thursday would be the holiday, and they've got holiday programming.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We started off with a previously on.
Without Parker.
Without Parker.
No Parker.
No. Riley's talked about how he courted Buffy.
Yes.
We get Spike getting tased in the initiative, escaping from there. They're referring to him as Hostile 17.
Yes.
He has Chip, can't harm anybody living. And Buffy and Riley's
peculiar.
Yeah. A little something blossoming there.
Yes.
And we open up in the woods.
Classic Buffy point of view shot through the bushes.
Mm-hmm. It's nighttime. Random dude in old Navy tech vest.
Okay.
And Buffy's behind him.
Yeah.
And he's a vampire.
Yep.
Why don't you go back where you came from? He says.
Ooh.
And you know what came out of my mouth? That noise you love. Ugh.
Ugh.
I almost texted that to you. I'm like, no, she doesn't like it when I texted her. She hasn't watched the episode yet. So I didn't. Buffy slays him.
Yeah.
Very quick fight.
Yeah.
And then we see Angel in the
Another
woods.
pan over to the bushes, and freaking Stalker Angel is back.
Mm-hmm.
Watching from the sidelines, as he loves to do. Credits.
And then we open up to, it's now daytime.
It's a groundbreaking ceremony
Mm-hmm.
for the sociology department. They've got bleachers there that are pretty full.
We got a lot of
people watching this.
Yep.
Who are these people that are like, oh, we gotta go, the groundbreaking ceremony? And there were students there.
Yep.
Like, what college student is going to be like, oh, let's go?
For the Cultural Center groundbreaking.
The Cultural Partnership Center.
I think it's funny when they do like the symbolic
shoveling the dirt.
Yeah, and then it's done.
Yeah, it is.
Seems silly.
Buffy, Anya, and Willow are also off to the side, standing to the side. They're watching the ceremony. Well, Anya is watching Xander in his muscle shirt.
Yep.
That's his new job, I guess.
Construction.
Did
you happen to see Anya's pants? Did you notice?
Oh, I made a comment about those pants.
Do tell.
Those patchwork pants, right? That's what she was wearing, patchwork slacks. I will tell you, I was big into that late 90s patchwork clothing fad.
I don't remember it. Okay.
I think I have a picture of myself somewhere wearing, I had like a overall shorts patchwork. I loved them, but they're never assembled well. Those looked like some nice quality slacks though.
No, they did.
They were ugly as heck, but they
were unique.
They were peculiar. And the other thing that I put in caps, Buffy's awful hat.
Do you think that was on purpose, like cowboys and Indians, a thing?
Oh no.
That's what I thought of.
Oh no. No.
I think so.
Oh,
we have never.
I hate it even more.
This is, I think, the 64th episode of the show. We have never seen her. Maybe possibly never even in a hat. But
yeah, we have. We've seen her in that skull cap. That's a bomb.
Oh yes, I thought I said baby, but it didn't.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
No, you're right. It is bomb.
We've seen
never, but not a cowboy hat.
Oh, that was so bad.
Yeah. And
so cowboys, Indians, or the fact that she's wearing a black hat, meaning that she's the bad guy in the situation. Ooh, levels.
Levels.
Layers, like an onion.
And then Willow actually, I thought, had a nice purple top on.
Okay.
was flowy.
I was too distracted
By
by
the hats. Okay.
the hat and the slacks of it all.
Right. So yeah, they're watching Xander dig.
Yeah.
Anya's really into it.
She's really
Very
is.
much so.
She's pretty funny in this episode.
They start talking about Thanksgiving because I think it was I called her the archaeology professor. I don't know if she was or
No,
not.
sociology.
Sociology. I was talking about blending of cultures, and someone mentioned Thanksgiving, the blending of two cultures.
Yeah.
And
the melting pot, and Willow has some things to say about it.
Yeah.
Some correct things to say about it, I would say.
Mm-hmm. It's not just maize and big belt buckles.
Big. Yeah, really. Maize. Oh my god.
That brought you back, huh?
It really did. First grade.
Yep. On Long Island, there were a lot of Native American tribes, so around Thanksgiving, we always do a lot of that and focus on that. And maize will be there forever.
Oh my god.
Willow does go on a rant, and Buffy points out she is channeling her mom, Willow's mom, a little bit, which she is.
Not a bad thing, I would say, in this situation.
In that situation, no, but a little throwback that we got.
Sometimes moms are right.
It does.
Gosh darn it.
Yep.
Sometimes they know.
We find out that Joyce is not going to be around for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, she's gone for her sisters.
Yeah, Aunt Darlene.
Yeah.
It's.
Didn't we know about Aunt Darlene at some point in another episode when she's on the phone talking about Buffy?
Getting into college.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Continuity.
I'm so old.
It's
so old. Yeah.
This is how you hold a phone now. The hell is this? Speaking of being old.
Yes.
What happened to you this week?
I had a cold this week. Last week. This week. Whatever. And my ear blocked. But my ear's been blocked on and off for the last year. So I made an appointment with the ENT, audiologist. And he cleaned out my ears, basically. And then he's like, "Can you hear now?" And I was like, "Well, no. But I don't know. I've had this cold, and maybe I just need a day or two to adjust." And he's like, "Well, how old are you?" I said 54. And he goes, "Oh, well, you are getting to an age." I was like, then it became selective hearing.
Yeah.
He was telling me I might have age-related hearing loss and I should schedule a hearing test. I will let you know. I just went for a nice mountain drive yesterday to Dahlonega, Georgia, and when we hit a certain altitude, my ear popped and it's clear now. So I canceled that audiology hearing test. Good. Thank you very much, Josh.
Ears of corn, maize.
Oh, nice, Sean.
Yeah.
All right.
Anya refers to Thanksgiving as a ritual sacrifice with pie.
Yes.
Not wrong.
Yeah, she's right.
And while Xander's digging, the ground collapses.
Of course, Xander is the one to fall through the hole into the whatever it looks like, some kind of a old sacrificial pit or something. I don't know. There's religious symbol around.
And we get like the pan flute pipes. So it's eerie.
It's mystical.
Yeah.
It's a mystical spot. Yes. Yes.
Over at Buffy and Willow's dorm, Angel is stalking the dorm outside.
He really is.
Yeah, it's bad.
This whole episode, it was so interesting how, like, you could feel that the way they were shooting it, they were putting such a distance between them, making it such a focal point that he doesn't want her to see him. And it was very interesting to me, the feel of it.
I noticed Willow still has her dingoes poster on the wall.
Yes, and it does not look like the Rue dog.
No, it does not.
The dingoes on that one look more like Mickey Mouse. I did make mental note of that.
But the one on your shirt definitely looks like Rue dog.
Yes.
I suppose it's Kenzie.
There's room for all the dogs. It's okay. Dogs and dingoes. It's fine.
And right after they show Angel, then it switches to Buffy, and she looks like something's off. Like she has a sense.
She looks like they make it seem like she sees something outside, but she's really just pondering, right? She's sad. She's nostalgic for Thanksgiving, nice family Thanksgiving.
It's one of my fears in life is that one year I'll have no one to spend Thanksgiving with.
Oh, Sean.
I'm just saying.
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
I'll make sure that doesn't happen if I
you.
have any say in it.
Thank you. So where Xander fell, it's the Lost Sunnydale mission. There was an earthquake in the 1800s,
Yes.
1812, and similar to how the earthquake happened in the 30s that trapped the master in the Jello Church.
And also provided sanctuary to the Lost Boys.
Oh,
They were there, right?
Yeah.
Their headquarters were like an old mission.
Yeah.
Or an old hotel. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
California is just falling apart, man.
Yeah, it's rough. I wouldn't want to live in a town with a major earthquake like that every 100 years. Not good. Not good.
No thanks.
We get, I think, the most well-known line of the episode, because they're talking about Thanksgiving again.
Yes.
It's a sham with yams.
It's a yam sham.
It's a yam
I
sham.
love it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Buffy takes it on herself to host Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Her, Willow, Giles, Xander, Anya.
I know Willow's not very excited when they decide that Anya has to be invited.
Nope. I did like the line in this scene, which is, "Isn't that the point of Thanksgiving? Everyone has a place to go."
That's nice.
Yeah.
That would be a good quote on your other arm.
With turkey.
Yeah.
Big turkey leg. In the woods, Spike is still looking very pale.
Man, Spike is
good.
just stumbling around, man, with that tattered blanket.
Yep.
I just need my blanket. That's all I need.
Then we move to, I called them the Three Caballeros.
I'm still referring to them as Triple M.
Yeah, we'll go with Triple M, mass military men. The camo makeup on their face was ridiculous.
Why are they wearing camo? Okay, number two. Number one. Why is there a forest in the middle of this campus?
That's the one of the three.
There's 3 forests on the campus?
No, it's Riley. Forest.
No.
That took a while.
Actual forest.
I know.
Oh, Sean. All right. Oh my God. Anyway, one. What is this forest that people are walking through all the time at night,
I mean,
unescorted?
Immediately outside my campus, like it was still obviously on campus grounds. There were woods,
and it looks like when Angel is in that little foresty bush area, it's right outside the dorm, right? Like they're just next to this little forest. Anyway, and B, why are they wearing camo?
Well, I don't have an answer to that, but it was just like the camo makeup.
It was
against
full camo
against like his blonde brown hair hanging down.
It was like a perfect line like this across his forehead. Perfect makeup. Like there was a makeup artist down there.
Yeah.
Headquarters.
Right. So, all right, let me ask you, thinking back on it, what was the point of their scene? Oh, because he talked about how he was going at it. No. What was the point of that scene?
Let's see.
They're looking for Spike.
I just said they're patrolling with their full camo and automatic rifles.
Okay. All right.
Just so we know they're still on Spike's trail.
Got it. Okay. In Xander's basement, which looks improved. I thought it
cleaner.
Looked, yeah.
He's got a girlfriend now.
He is sick. He's not doing well.
He doesn't look good.
No, he does not.
His makeup does not look good.
No. But Anya, being the nice woman she is, she's trying to take care of him.
She's very practical about it.
Yes. I'm going to remove your trousers now.
Yeah.
Xander called Anya his girlfriend.
He did. Isn't that sweet?
It's sweet.
And she said, "I'm a girlfriend." He's like, "I might be delirious." Always a good answer when questioned about relationship status.
Then it goes to, I guess, the Sunnydale mission that's in the hole.
Yes.
There's some
green mist.
Yes. My notes were green CGI mist. Yes. And then Mike comes in there and looks at it. He's like, I hate when a fart does that. Moving around. Yeah. And it goes into the anthropology?
Sociology.
And the sociology ladies' room.
Lady!
Listen to you. And it transforms into a Native American. You look like you're something to say.
I'm sure it's nothing that everybody else that has watched this episode hasn't said. This is awful. This is where we headed to really problematic territory.
This is why we went
like red face, right? Yeah. That's not a Native American person playing that role.
This is why we went for the turkey hats. Because I have to laugh.
How awful it is.
Yes, yeah.
But yes, this guy it turns into this guy, a Native American warrior, and he grabs a knife out of the case, and then he just professor. Poor professor.
Yeah. The next day, Willow and Buffy are there.
Yes.
You know,
Right on the crime scene.
yeah,
'Cause,
Scooby-Dooing around.
it never ends. I mean, they could just walk onto any crime scene they want.
I mean, if
There's no security.
you look serious enough, you can get to
That's true.
places.
You get a clipboard and a vest.
You're set.
Yeah, you go anywhere.
And they're investigating that woman's death. She's missing an ear. One of them suggests maybe there's a demon completely of ears. I was just picturing that. Like, does it roll?
Or ear harvesting demons, or maybe it was self-inflicted.
Like Van Gogh.
Yeah, like Van Gogh.
An early 1800s Chumash knife.
Yes.
Is referenced.
Yes.
That's what was stolen.
Yes.
And then at Giles' villa, Buffy and Giles are there. Mm-hmm. She makes a comment about Ralph's grocery store and the pre-Thanksgiving craziness.
I used to shop at Ralph's.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's in the public, so.
Probably not.
They're now doing Thanksgiving at his place.
Yes.
As the patriarch.
Because he's the patriarch. I think he was right, though. I think she's just giving him the cleaning duty.
Mm-hmm. Giles is going to look into the weird events with the Native American. Buffy leaves. And surprise, Angel's there.
Angel's right there. He's been in the hallway the whole time.
You imagine he's just standing right there.
Yeah, he was. And he's real quiet. You're not going to hear him because he got no breath.
Right. And he has a friend who had him back in LA.
This had to be another crossover thing, right?
Yes. We'll get to more of that later. Okay. All right. But yeah, he has a friend who had an ominous vision about Buffy.
Yeah.
So he could see her, she can't see him. Which was that necessary? I mean, I don't mean like from a storyline perspective, but do you think he should have done that, hid himself from her? I know they've broken up. He's
right though. He's right, and he says, I don't want to distract her because she has to do something. And that's been something that she's dealt with in other episodes where she has to tell Joyce, no, you can't be there to help me. I think she said it to her friends too.
Right.
She needs to focus. So yeah, I think so. I think that would be a whole other episode if he shows up again and she sees him. Oh, yeah. Emotional roller coaster. So yeah.
Spike is watching a group of vampires through a window. Like, I guess in an abandoned warehouse or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're feeding.
I don't know what this had to do with anything. He looks in and he sees somebody on a table, and I think 4 other vampires are there feeding on this person. And then they pan away from that, and that's the last we really hear anything about that.
Yeah. I thought if it was like Christmas.
Is this one of those things where and you're giving me your poker face, but it's going to play into things later?
Oh, no. Okay. No, the scene does
that was just random?
Yes.
That was just random. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's like a Christmas Carol with the street urchins looking in on the diners.
Yeah, he's feeling left out. Maybe that's it.
All right,
left out of the meal, the Thanksgiving meal.
All right, okay.
Buffy made a comment that is only right if you make your own whipped cream. I agree wholeheartedly.
Recently, I think I texted you that I bought pudding, Jell-O pudding. No, yeah, I made Jell-O pudding, instant pudding, and I bought Cool Whip, which I do not ever buy. I don't know why I bought it, but I put it on top. Maybe I put it on top of that pudding, and I didn't like it, Sean.
Really?
I think I've outgrown it.
Texture?
No, it was just too sweet.
Too artificial.
And in my head, I know that it's not food.
I know.
It's not food. And so, yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
Our first or second Thanksgiving in Florida, my boss at the time invited me to her house for Thanksgiving. And we went, and it was very good.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to leave. So, like, everybody had just done with dessert.
Yeah.
Coffee's on.
Yeah.
And everybody's going. But there was container Cool Whip. And her daughter, which at the time was probably like 6, is now like 26.
Yeah.
Just out of the Cool Whip container.
So it says, though, on the container, it's got like little pictures of ideas of ways to eat it. And one of them is eat like ice cream.
Oh, I totally could.
So I'm sure there's people that just do that. But you're saying because it was like a group thing,
like
a public thing. But yeah.
No, I'm not saying if you want to eat a container of Cool Whip, fine, but not like the container.
Not the container everybody's eating.
People's own.
I thought you were going to say she went in like that.
Oh no.
Which would be even worse.
As a kid, we only had it like for holidays, but like once it was done, I was in that thing with a spoon.
Really?
Right now, if you gave me a container of Cool Whip right now, I would eat it.
Really?
Yes.
When's the last time you had Cool Whip?
It's been a while because
I
I
wonder.
always make my own whipped cream. You're right. Maybe
I wonder.
I've
Maybe you
outgrown
won't.
it.
Maybe it's too sweet.
Should get some tonight.
Okay. I like Ready Whip. I don't have a problem with Ready Whip.
No, because
But
it's whipped
of
cream.
course,
Yeah.
homemade is the best.
It takes. If you have a
Well,
stand mixer, less
if you
than
have a
5 minutes.
stand mixer,
If
which
not, if you have a whisk,
you need a whisk to make your whipped cream.
yes.
Okay.
Let's move on.
This has been your The More You Know. Do, 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 do. Okay, so then Riley appears and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was just across the street and back a couple blocks on patrol. I had to remove my camo.
You had to pull out a makeup wipe.
Yeah, right. That's right. And then so what is this coffee shop, by the way? We've seen this coffee shop in a few episodes.
Yes, the espresso pump.
It's like, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like open.
Mm-hmm. Open air.
What do they do at night?
Drink coffee?
No.
I'm sure
they close it. They have to close that place.
Maybe they have like really high up, like roll up doors or something.
All right, maybe. All right. So Willow makes herself scarce into the coffee shop, so Riley and Buffy can talk. And Riley says he's going to Iowa for Thanksgiving. Do you think he's really going to Iowa, or is he lying and he's really got initiative stuff to do?
I really thought he was going to Iowa because I was wondering that too.
He seems like a good guy, but I've been sucked in before.
You have. The Parker guy.
I'm a Mark.
He's nice.
I'm a Mark. And Willow walks into the coffee shop and is immediately grabbed from, and it turns out it's Angel. And so now she knows he's there. He tells her what's going on about the vision, and he's there to help.
It was quick, but I couldn't think of the word for it. But like she's putting her situation that she was going through with Oz on him. Because he was like, because
on Riley,
no,
on Angel. Oh, she is. She starts going on a ramble.
Yeah,
and then she's like, "Oh, that's my stuff." Yeah,
at least she acknowledges that.
She knows, yeah.
Good. Yeah. So yeah, Riley is going home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
nice of Buffy to invite him. Should not do that.
Yeah,
he is a little peculiar.
They're both peculiar.
In the Spike Harmony cave.
Spike. Sparmony.
Sparmony? That's a good one. I like that one.
The Sparmony cave.
He shows up and she doesn't want to take him back.
She's like, I am in my power, doing her mantras.
She's done a lot of reading.
And then he grabs her and he's like carrying her over to the bed. And I'm like, oh no. She was not strong there. But then she is. And she pulls the stake out from the bed. He's like, that was in my bed.
So yeah, she's not taking him back.
Good for her.
Yeah. Then we go to a church.
Yeah.
Father Gabriel.
She's looking for Father Gabriel.
Did we hear about Father Gabriel before? I don't.
In this episode?
Yes.
Yes.
I must have not paid attention.
When Angel is first at Giles, when he comes out of the hallway at Giles's, he says, I know a priest. He might have information.
Okay. That's the connection.
Father, you got to look for Father Gabriel.
Okay.
Yep.
So we find Father Gabriel and he is hung.
Yep. It's the Native American guy.
Yeah. You get his name here. Hus?
Hus. And I got a screen cap of the stunt double. She is like looking right into the camera as if to say, hey, Mom and Dad, look, it's me. I'm in this episode.
So Buffy and Hus fight. He transforms into blackbirds, crows, I assumed.
Yes.
And they all fly away.
But first he says, I am vengeance for my people. Oh, what? Okay.
Something a little different. We haven't had anything like this before, really, that I could think of.
Totally racist and offensive.
Well, we've had that. We had the hyena episode.
The Inca
Mummy Girl. Yeah. We've had a few of those. We may get a few more.
Yeah. It's so interesting because it's like how you look at your grandparents and great grandparents. You're like, oh well, yeah, they're really
different
racist,
time.
but it was a different time. This wasn't that long ago.
No.
I mean, some people would say it was, but really, this is like when people knew better.
It was in our adult lifetimes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. We get Buffy telling Giles that don't say Indian, say Native American.
Yeah, yep. That was pretty good.
But meanwhile, a couple of scenes before, she said Indian.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. But even worse than that, Giles doesn't have a potato eraser.
Okay, I'll take my hat off for this. Y'all.
Wow. This is serious.
This is Georgia and me. First First of all, the box of stuffing behind her is just called turkey stuffing.
Yes.
But yes, a ricer.
Mhm.
Do you use a ricer to make your mashed potatoes? No.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Mm.
Of course I do.
I'm team fork with Giles or electric mixer.
I think they're
Ricer.
gluey. I mean, it's actually a food
Maybe
mill.
that's how I like them.
It's a food mill, but it's a ricer. Of
I
course.
don't know.
It's like one of the first things I bought when I was on my own.
I love you.
I love you too. They get so fluffy.
All right, that was all in caps. We used a ricer to make their mashed potatoes.
Even then he asked
Another
her.
poll.
So you got pies and poles.
Pies and polls. That's the name of the episode. Pies and
Love
polls.
it. Then he asked her, "Do you have a potato ricer?" And then she's like, "I don't know."
No, yeah, that's pretty funny. And then Willow comes in and she's got a big old stack of books and two bags of peas. Frozen peas. And Buffy is not happy and she says they're gonna be mushy. And Giles says, I like mushy peas. He's just so like cute and enthusiastic. I like mushy peas.
Apparently in England they really
That's
do.
a thing.
Yeah.
That's when you get fish and chips.
That's what I read.
Yeah. I know some stuff. And then she's like, You're the reason why the pilgrims had to happen. Poor Buffy is stressed.
So like certain food textures I do not like.
Me too.
Like starchy, like I love potatoes, but like beans,
Yeah,
the starches and the beans.
Yeah.
Peas are like that too. I can do peas if they're in like a chicken pot pie. Because you really don't notice
they're
them.
mushy.
Yeah, but like that starchy note. No.
Yeah, they're not as starchy.
So
I can't do a regular green pea. I can do lesser baby peas.
Okay.
Because they're mushy or they don't have that middle texture thing.
Mm-hmm. Willow's sweater. I know I texted you while I was watching it. It looked like the yellow and orange of it looked like she skinned two Muppets. Like it was such like
two Muppets
Muppet
post coitus.
That could be the episode title. But I like the colors on her. I thought it was very pretty, but it just made me think of Muppets. Yeah.
Muppets would make a very cozy sweater.
They would. They really would.
And so anyway, we find out from Willow and her books that the Chumash were peaceful until the colonists came along. And they're like, well, why don't we know about this? We didn't hear about this. There's not even documentation, not even a diorama.
I like that.
Full circle, you guys.
That was a good contest.
That was a good contest.
We need to come up with a season 4 contest.
I know we do.
We got time.
Best breakup story.
We'll workshop that.
All right. Well, okay. All right. So, we determined that Hus is just recreating the wrongs that were made on his people.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's okay. And is this where they start talking about whether or not they should kill him?
Yes.
Is there discussion about that yet?
Yeah, because Willow and Giles are arguing.
That's a big argument in this episode. Yeah. Okay. And then we get another point of view shot through the window. It's just a wolf sitting in the grass looking in the window. I guess we're supposed to know that's Hus, right? In his spirit animal form. Oh yes, so they're arguing about what to do, and there's a couple scenes of this where they're all just talking over each other at once, and the camera's just zooming in on Buffy. It was just so stressed.
I've been there. I love Thanksgiving. I love cooking, but it can get pretty bad. It can get pretty stressful.
Yeah. So then Xander and Anya come in.
Xander's not looking good still.
Yes.
He shouldn't have come.
He looks really bad.
And they didn't bring rolls. Rolls are an integral part of the Thanksgiving dinner.
This is true. I agree. Because you got to sop up the gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hus is back in the cultural center.
Yep. This is our plate glass moment of the episode. He's smashing up all the cabinets to take the weapons.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then back at Giles' place, they're talking about all the diseases that Xander has.
Yes.
One of them being syphilis.
Yes.
Syphilis is caused by a bacteria named Treponema pallidum.
Okay.
And it's called the spirochete. It's like a spiral spring, or like this thing.
A spirochete? Like a
spirochete.
Spirochete.
Yeah. It's like a little spring. Like,
does it have a bird beak?
No. No bird beak for the spirocheete. No.
Right.
And there's a lot of arguing going on. Xander and Anya are arguing. Willow and Giles are arguing.
Yes.
And Buffy just wants Thanksgiving dinner.
But she's sitting there with a mixing bowl as they're all talking, and she's mixing. And she's mixing. She's mixing for freaking like 25 minutes. And then when she starts getting stressed, she's mixing even harder. And Giles says it's the pie. She's mixing the pie filling.
Yeah.
And she's like, it needs more condensed milk. And I'm like, you're going to make it more liquidy? You just mix that for 45 minutes. I'm not going to eat this pie.
No. Spike is at the door.
Knock, knock, yep.
With his
Poor
little
Spike.
burlap blanket.
Poor Spike.
Yeah.
And they won't invite him in.
Nope.
He's pathetic in this episode. He's really having problems.
And he tells them that he can't bite.
Right.
Willow said that he had trouble
He
performing.
couldn't perform.
Yeah.
But he says he has information on the masked men.
Yep.
So
Hoos conjures up other Native American spirits.
Yeah. The first people who dwell in Mishupashup.
Mm-hmm.
Did you look that up? Is that a real thing?
I
looked up the Shumash people are real.
Spike's tied up in a chair.
Yes.
Hoos is killing authority figures, we find out, that had to do with the cultural center.
Yes.
And Xander, because he was there.
Yes. And so they're talking about that the dean of the college is going to be next, right?
Still a lot of arguing going on, and as has
stirring,
happened,
and stirring. No,
and as has happened several times in the past, Spike is the voice of reason.
He made some good points,
and they were colonists, and they did take over, and they did kill those people.
Yep. And then let's see, they're setting the table, and Hoos comes in with the bow and arrow, and the other guys more plate glass smashing. Spike takes an arrow right to his heart. He's like, what's for the heart?
I think it's Buffy who goes, you could have casinos now. I was like, no.
So then we cut to the dean's house, and the dean has like his name, just a sign with his first and last name outside his house.
Yeah. Well, the way Buffy gave the directions, it made it sound like he lived on campus.
Maybe he does.
Like a little governor's mansion.
Yeah, maybe he does. Thing. But I can't imagine they wouldn't just have a sign that says Dean of College or something. They don't just put a sign with his name and don't even put the words Dean. Apparently, he didn't believe them and their story, and they are on their way. They're out of there. Well, first they run into Angel because Angel breaks the locks to the bike for them.
Right.
But so now they know Angel is here, and they figure out that Dean wasn't the target. It's actually the strongest warrior, Buffy. Right. So now they take off on the bikes across town.
It reminded me of E.T. It was cute.
It was cute like E.T. Back at the Sham, Buffy takes an arrow to her arm. There's lots of fighting. They try to use the crossbow, which is back to being ineffective.
Faith was the only one who used it well.
Yeah, she did. Xander takes one out in the courtyard, right? With the plant to the head. Right. But it looks like they're not able to hurt them. Right? They're not. Somebody does get a neck snap. That seems to take one down.
Yes.
Buffy figures out that their own weapons can hurt them. And then Hoos turns into a bear.
Yep.
And this was the screen print you sent me, which really has nothing to do with anything.
No.
This bear,
the CGI bear,
might have been my favorite part of this episode.
It's a good bear.
The stunt bear hugging on Buffy as they're fighting.
Yeah.
And then the scene, the cuts from what's obviously a real bear actor versus someone in a costume, like intercut in the scene. So obviously, it was just thrilling to watch.
Yeah. Even just Spike's line, again, like another iconic line from this
you
episode.
Made a bear!
I do it!
I'll do it!
Giles got knocked out.
Of course he did.
And it's been a while since we've seen him.
I know, I was waiting though.
Yeah.
He took like 2 good thugs to the head against the wall. I was like, ooh, he's not long for this scene.
Buffy stabs the bear with the Chumash knife.
Yes.
and it dissolves in the green smoke.
And everybody else, yeah, they all disappear.
Angel sees Buffy through the window.
Well, she sees something.
Yeah, she doesn't see him.
Yeah.
He sees her.
Yeah, he sees her, and she's looking out, and she's not sure she saw anything.
Her angel sense is tingling.
That's right. Now we're at the dinner because miraculously the table made it through unscathed.
Yeah.
And all the place settings, everything were okay. They're having a nice dinner. Willow is sad that she fought the indigenous person, but what do you do?
Gotta live.
Being attacked, you gotta live, right? Yeah. Everything worked out okay. They all worked together just like old times.
And then Xander drops the. It went well, especially with Angel being here and everything. And then it goes to credits.
I thought that was funny.
I like that the very last shot was from Buffy's point of view with everybody looking at her.
Yeah.
That was almost what I sent you as the screenshot for your prediction, but I didn't want you to see Spike there.
Oh. So. Or that it was Thanksgiving.
Those or that it was Thanksgiving.
Big giveaways.
Yeah. So it ends with oops.
I liked it.
Yeah. So there is a crossover.
Okay.
That happens.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch a lot of Angel, but I do think we need to watch this crossover episode. Okay. It's pretty pivotal.
So the leading up to this?
No, it takes place after this.
Oh, so you don't want me to see the guy having the vision?
You can. It's not really that important.
This.
Yeah,
okay.
But the episode after this is pretty iconic.
Okay, all right.
So
okay, yeah, we'll watch it.
Yeah, I thought maybe we could do it like on a live TikTok or something.
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
Cool.
How many steaks do you give this one?
I said 2.5 last night, and after talking through it, I'm agreeing with 2.5.
Yeah, okay. That's very generous, I think. I gave it 2.
2?
Yeah. I was not happy with the, the race stuff.
Yeah. I only gave it the half for the bear.
Me too.
Yeah.
The bear was good.
Favorite line?
Yam sham.
Yeah.
Yam sham.
I think it's you made a bear.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I think we need to go out more together to Buffy people, around Buffy people, with all these t-shirt ideas we're having. I think we could just wear these hats and a shirt that says Yam Sham.
Yours could say Yam and mine could say Sham.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Fanboy Expo, look out. Turkey hats and Yam Shams. Next episode that we have, season 4, episode 9, Something Blue.
So I was thinking about it because I saw the name of the episode, and Something Blue, the first thing I thought of is a wedding.
Okay.
Right? But there's nobody on this show that's even close to being married. So I don't know. Maybe it's going to be just 2 randos, a wedding. And at the wedding, somehow there's like a spirit of a bride with unresolved issues, and they're going to have to deal with that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to show you a screenshot from that. And
is it a bear in a bridal veil?
It is not a bear.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. It's on the right side of the computer.
Is that Willow and she's levitating? Oh. So what does that mean? Something blue. Oh, okay. So maybe she needs something blue to do this spell. Okay. What's the spell? It's going to have something to do with Oz. Oh. It is a love episode. It's a love episode.
Okay.
And she's going to try and do a spell to get Oz to come back.
Okay. We'll have to see how accurate you were.
If any of those details occur in this episode, I will be amazed.
You know what else is amazing?
Tell me.
Our social media.
It sure is.
We are at the Sunnydale Diaries pretty much everywhere. Blue Sky, we are at Sunnydale Diaries. We have a website.
We do.
TheSunnydaleDiaries.com.
Yes.
What can you do there?
You can get an invite to our Discord. You can get a PDF copy of our Jenny calendar. You can get all our episodes there.
Yeah.
Right? Can you communicate with us?
Yeah, there's a form on there if you want to send us a message.
You could do that.
Yeah. You could also, anywhere, not on our website, but anywhere else, send us an email.
Yes, thesunnydalediaries@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. And I think that is everything.
That's everything.
Yeah.
We did it.
In July of this year, we will be at Fanboy Expo in Knoxville, Tennessee. And James Marshall will be there too.
Yes.
And Juliet Landau.
Yes. And Julie Benz.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Julie Benz. Cool.
And some other people. Wink Martindale.
Very cool.
The Dukes of Feather? No. Dallas reunion. And there's another reunion. There's a lot of Superman people there.
Three's Company, Priscilla Barnes.
Oh, yeah. And Jenny Lee Harrison, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It'll be a good time.
Look for us.
Yeah, look for us.
Turkey hats and yam shams.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be May 19th with Something Blue. See you there.
Bye, guys.
Bye.